So let's get started. We're going to have some fun here. These are some pocket pages. These are the 12 by 12 pocket pages, but I've cut them down or sliced them up. And I am going to show you a really cool technique that I was playing around with when I was playing with my resin, my clear cast. And this is just a single piece of like I said, this is the 12 by 12 pocket pages for your 12 by 12 albums. So I just cut it up. I use these for everything because I really don't scrapbook that much. So I have some StazOn ink here, and I have some butterfly wings that we're going to use. And I just think this happened all by accident. I was not planning this. I was doing something else with these wings, and I discovered what this will do. So we are going to play. And like I said, this is StazOn. So we're going to ink up the wings. And we're going to stamp directly to this. Now try not to smear it too much, and don't worry if you miss a line, just gives it more. You can tape this to a magazine and stamp with a magazine. I found that helps. Or a mouse pad. If you put a mouse pad underneath, it gives you more cushion.
Okay, so now that I've stamped all my butterfly wings on this sheet protector and I've let it dry, I am going to get out my amazing clear cast and mix up one part of each, and I'm going to start putting this onto this sheet protector around my, onto where I've stamped. And don't worry if it goes over the stamp, we are going to cut that away. I was just showing you there that I like to poke a hole in the top there and squeeze it out of the bottle because it's a thicker consistency, and I think I can control it more when it comes out of the bottle by doing that little hole there. And I just do it for the same thing on the other one too. Anyway, so here next you'll see me after I mix these and get them just right. I will start putting them onto the sheet protector. And that's all you do. And then you let these sit for 12 hours. And when you come back, you can peel them off the sheet protectors and you can cut around where you stamped. The stamping will be on the resin, so it will transfer onto the resin. So these have cured for 12 hours, and I see how I just pull them right off the sheet protectors. You can use these sheet protectors over and over again. And I'm just taking my Tim Holtz scissors and I am cutting out the butterfly wings, or cutting off the resin that went over this stamping. And I do this at 12 hours because it's soft enough to cut where it's not going to break it. Once it cures, like to 24 hours or more, it gets very, very hard. And if you go to try to cut it, it might just, break the piece. So here I'm just showing you how I cut them out, and I think these are so cool. And here in a few minutes you'll see a picture of a journal page that I had done that I had used these butterfly wings on. So just to give you an example of how you can use these because they are so thin, and here's the picture. And see, they're so thin that they work awesome on journal pages. So here I'm going to show you how to color these transfer images. And I'm showing you just a little bit of color that I've added to some of these. And I've used the Illumidust back on that mason jar. It was Illumidust on the little jar top. Here I'm going to use alcohol inks to color in these images, and it will transfer onto the resin when I lay the resin down, and you don't have to worry about it coming back off. You can rub the resin or spray it with alcohol and it won't remove it from the resin because it cures inside the resin. So here I'm just going to paint them all with the alcohol ink. So here I'm showing you my little inchies that I had already done and that I had alcohol inked prior to this. So here's a butterfly that I had stamped out and I had alcohol inked. I wanted to show you this just because you could put a little hole in this and hang it in a window. It would make a great sun catcher. And then next here I'm going to pick up the card. These are pieces. All I did was stamp a Happy Valentine's Day on the card, and these are the ones that I showed you that we colored. And the mason jar on the card is one of these resin pieces, and those are my little inchies. And they just make great embellishments. So I hope you guys try this resin transfer technique. It's really cool, and I'd love to see what you create. Thanks for watching.